What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. It's your boy Terabyt Reacts in the house once again, man. Back with another reaction here to Sopranos episode 16 of the final season. Now we're gonna jump in to some more excellence with this series. I've really just been praising the series throughout this season so far. Just looking forward to seeing how they're gonna wrap this up, what's going to happen. I'm expecting at least one major character to die. That's what I'm expecting. There's no way everybody survives this series. It's either somebody's going to die or somebody major is going to jail. I don't know if they're going to do a big reveal or they're just going to ride off into the sunset, as in, you know, just say let's ride off, you know, just like how everything has been going, you know, throughout the series, where it's just like, it's normal, this happens. Hey, this is not Tony's time, you know, this is not Christopher's time, this is not Paulie's time, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna die, you know. Sil, none of these major characters, Bobby, Carmela, none of them, you know. They could just do that, but as I said, I'm expecting it because, you know, whether, you know, they, you know, get shot or find out that one of them is a snitch or whatever the situation is, because that has been the trend of the series. Regardless of what happens, I think I'm prepared if anything like that happens. So it is what it is. Let's jump into this episode 16. I will see you guys right after for the review.
23, ready now. Yes, motherfucker!
Fucking nailed it, hey!
Jesus, 23, Sophia's birthday. Should have had
Got like 5 ways there.
6 is on red, too. You cocksucking motherfucker.
What happened?
Tone hit one straight up.
Fine.
66-10, going out.
Don't you spill those.
Well, take it or play.
Let's play it.
All right. 23 and all around.
You fucking kidding?
You gotta ride that.
All right, one more time.
Come on.
Do it again.
Come on.
23.
Come on.
You really think you're that lucky?
23.
I'm gonna take all your money.
11.
Oh! Big fuck!
Douchebag's taking it all back tonight.
Sit down. Can I get you something, coffee or a bun? Well, let you two talk. So,
I really appreciate you letting me see you. And you've been so decent about everything since Vito's death. I just don't know who else.
all right, come on, Marie. What can I do?
It's little V. The social worker says he's just acting out.
Social work.
Boy stuff mostly, but so angry. Although some of what he's being accused of is just persecution. They claim he hung the Petruzzo's cat on their garage door. But it's totally unfounded.
Well, you know, in a way, it's to be expected with Vito passing and all that entailed.
I think the only solution is to move away from that house and the kids at school. I figured it out. I know it's a lot, but for 100,000, we could be someplace where no one knows him or what happened. My friend Cheryl lives in Orono, Maine, by the university. And there's this 2-story cape with solid schools. You always said if there's anything you could do.
Sure.
So she just give you 100
Have you talked to
grand?
his uncle?
Who?
Phil.
Phil's not his uncle. Him and I are second cousins.
Before we get too drastic here and uproot little Vito and all of you from your friends and your family, I should talk to him.
He's impossible to talk to.
It's not easy to substitute for a dad. I know. But maybe I can fill in here.
Okay, but you'll think about it?
Believe me, he's gonna take care of you and he's gonna be okay. Point is, how the fuck is this my problem? Because I'm the boss of the family? And where the fuck is Phil Leotardo? He created the situation by clipping Vito to begin with. My best fucking earner. Now, second time around, I'm getting my pocket picked. Not to mention, he's his uncle or cousin or whatever the fuck. Not your problem. I agree.
You did?
You leaving already?
Yeah, it's late. Got a long hike to Jersey from here.
Sure, I used to drive it myself. No more, though. I'll be right back.
Congratulations again. Listen, I gotta bring this up.
Favor already?
Excuse me?
Anthony, you always have business on your mind. Take a night. Smell the cognac.
Reese Spatafor came to see me. She wants $100,000 to relocate on account of Vito Jr. Already has his own social worker.
Patty told me there was doings. I guess the turd doesn't fall far from the faggot's ass.
It's beautifully put. But your family, right? Cousins.
What can you do? Throw money at the problem?
Well, somebody's gonna.
I'll talk to the kid. Set him right.
Good.
You two going home together?
Talk to Phil about the split on the MRI centers, and your cut is on the way.
So's Christmas.
Oh, you should have heard it tonight. Comments, smug.
Really?
Worries me. Thought we were getting along pretty good finally, considering. Could be the hubris, making a boss, but I still think it's what went down with his brother Billy.
I thought all that got buried with your cousin. You enjoyed the dinner?
Yeah, I left right after.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know. I look at my key guys, Paulie, Christopher, my brother-in-law. What's number one on their agenda, They're all fucking murderers, for Christ's sakes.
Long way at the top, boy chick?
What I'm trying to say is, it's nice being here. Always is. Honestly, that's a very unflattering portrait of Italian Americans.
No, I was thinking maybe it was some of the 200,000 I loaned you.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus, yeah, that's right.
I know it's covered. It's just after a while with no vig.
I lost track. I'm glad you didn't.
I don't want to be a stickler.
Oh.
Anthony, come on. That's okay. It's okay.
I got about $3,000 here. $1.5 good?
Oh, come on. Fuck this.
You gotta have it. Don't want you eating cat food.
Come on, stop it. I don't gotta have it. I don't want a vig from you.
Nah, come on. I should have been on it.
You sure?
Jesus Christ, are we good or what? Well, it's late. I should be getting back. And you should get back to pissing or whatever you... You gotta hand it to him. When it comes to money,
In my experience, that's nothing more than an ugly stereotype.
really. I got a friend, let me tell you, you tie a Kruger hand to a fishing line, you're gonna land them. Right up on the dock.
Doesn't sound like you think of him as a friend.
Come on. We go way back. But that didn't stop him from busting my fucking balls because I owe him some money. Anyway, I needed a little bridge loan to cover some of the gambling losses we've been talking about.
Still,
Good money after bad.
why not just stop?
Big part of my life.
I know, but you've been talking about it a lot.
Well, you lose sometimes. You gotta act like it hurts a little more than it does, for your guys.
Really?
But if you couldn't lose, what's the fucking point, huh? So you need to risk.
What are you chasing? Money or a high from winning? Before we end, there's something I need to bring up. You miss a lot of appointments.
Excuse
Oh,
me,
really?
I always give you the required notice or I pay for the hour.
That's not my point.
Why get busy?
It's my fault. I've condoned it for a long time.
I haven't had a panic attack since my uncle shot me. Did you notice that?
Yes.
That must be nice to know everything.
Is that the only reason why you're here? The panic attacks?
No. This is an oasis in my week.
So this is vacation.
Oh, I benefit in many ways.
Decide if you want to keep coming. But no, there are protocols that have to be followed, or I won't be able to continue.
Okay, I will.
You know, I didn't come out here just to buy you a couple of Sundays.
It's a silo.
I don't give a fuck what it is. The hell's wrong with you? Look like a Puerto Rican whore. Make me sick.
So? What's it got to do with you?
Listen, Pally, you need to be rebellious. I raise kids. I get it.
Good for you.
You want to smack, too? You ever think what this is doing to your mother? What she's been through? How you're upsetting her?
She's just embarrassed.
She cries for you. I'm gonna say this because you're old enough to understand. Your family's had enough shame. You should set things right. You understand me?
No.
Jesus Christ, be a man. Be the kind of man she needs, strong, masculine. I said my piece. Finish that thing. There's no...
This is a tough subject to talk about because a lot of people, when it comes on to this and, telling your kids, we talked about, I think it was this season, earlier on in the season, we talked about toxic masculinity, and just how it affects us, in general. And really what I want to say, because I'm kind of like trying to figure out the right way to say this, because is it right that he's telling him, to be a man, masculine? No, there's nothing wrong with what Phil is telling him to be, which I probably would have been telling him the same thing, maybe not in the same way, but I would definitely be telling him that you really, in cases like these, he's going through something, right? The kid is going through something. As I said, I wouldn't tell him this. I wouldn't say it like how Phil said it. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that is anything wrong with what Phil said, right? Necessarily. It's how you come across. You need to help him to understand, that in a moment like this where your mom is worried about you, right? Your mom is worried about you. You got a little sister as well, right? If I believe he does have a little sister as well. They need to, and that's a lot to put on a kid. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot to put on a kid. And he shouldn't have to. Should a child, boy, right, be able to, go through phases like this or whatever the situation is, right? Go through phases like this, rebellious phases and stuff like that, with no consequences? Hell no. You get what I'm saying? Where it's like, no, you gotta help them through it. You gotta talk them through it. Kind of in some ways go through it with them, but help them to understand that you can't sit in this state forever. You get what I'm saying? You're gonna have to realize that This is just a phase. And right now, people are hurting. People are worried about you. Right? That's just what it is. Right? And as a child, he probably doesn't even understand. But at the same time, you still gotta say these things to them, because if they don't understand, and the thing about it is that society has become so soft, and this is not to say that, you know what I'm saying, it's just certain things that people say about how we what we tell boys and stuff like that. And I think stuff like this, when you hear stuff like this, it toughens you up. It helps you to be prepared as a man to go into society when you leave under the protection of your parents, right? And that's just a part of it. You got to understand that men in this world are not treated the same way that women are treated in this world. It's just not the same. There's a certain burden of a certain burden of expectations that comes with being a man, right? That doesn't necessarily apply to women. Men and women are different in how we're viewed in society. So different, right? And that's just life. That's just life. It ain't society's fault. It ain't society's fault. It's just from the dawn of time. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Men are men. Women are women. And you gotta parent boys different than how you parent girls. That's how it is. You can see when, when mothers don't know how to, you know what I'm saying? They really don't know how to have that male presence and to teach a boy how to be a man, how those men turn out. It's evident. It's there. Right? So am I saying that I would say it the same way that Phil is saying it to him? No, I wouldn't say it like that. Right? It's very short. It's obviously he's annoyed by having this conversation. Right? But is he saying anything wrong? No, I don't think Phil is saying anything wrong. You know what I'm saying? And he points it out. It's like, you gotta be masculine, bro. Like this.
I'd like to take a minute for everybody to enjoy the fact that your mother has sold her house.
Oh my God, that's fantastic.
Congratulations, Mom.
That's so good.
Well, actually, it just passed
Oh,
inspection.
she's still around.
Brian needs to get loan approval before we can...
All right, enough. Congratulations, Carm. It's not an easy thing to do these days.
I had a lot of support.
Brian and Janine must be so happy.
I hope so.
Just the two? It's big, right?
It's a mansion.
Fresh the salad?
They have a baby on the way.
I wonder if this bitch is a clout chaser. I don't know, man. She's been really sketchy lately.
Oh, the mysterious stranger.
Hey.
Time.
Ah, Seth.
Hey, I dropped Eli off at physical therapy. Thought I'd check in on the brain trust here.
And get some more money.
Don't be shy, Sherlock.
Got a little time. Why not?
Why not, he says.
Did you hear the one about the Jewish terrorist? He's going to hijack a plane, but he want to use his miles.
You want a sandwich?
No, I just ate, thanks.
Not it, eat. He's here for the rent. The rent.
What are you talking about? You know what? I have a beer.
There you go.
You stop already?
That should get me through another week, right? I got some spare change here, too. It's a joke. Where's that sense of humor?
Should put this in a pot. Make things interesting.
I'll take a shot at that. Let's play.
See it. He's all worked up or something. I don't like the way he talks. Hostile remarks. Not like him. Makes me worry.
Yeah, I can see that. What are you thinking? Oh, come on. Tony's not gonna hurt you.
Yeah. You've seen how these Italians work. For the most part, it's okay. Get them cornered, you're dealing with nothing more than an animal.
What, do you think he's gonna kill you now?
I don't fucking know.
Why would he kill you?
He's a guy called to deal with people like him.
He's a rich man. He'll pay.
Minus assets? I'd say under 6.
Come on, he's a boss.
I've known him a long time. Money goes in one hand and right out the other. The more he makes, the more he spends. That wife? Eli, at what point is it cheaper for him to settle it another way?
Man.
Oh, Lord.
Madam, your dessert.
Yeah,
I didn't
what?
order nothing.
I ordered for you.
You know I'm trying to watch my weight. What is this?
Are you
Oh
proposing?
my god.
No fucking
Anthony.
way, dude.
You like it?
It's gorgeous. I don't know what to say.
Look, I know you're scared, okay?
What?
All the problems you had with Hector's dad. I'm not like that.
I know. It's not just that.
Well, what then? I'm gonna work my ass off. You know I'll always take care of you guys. In 3 months, I made night manager of the pizzeria. In another 3, I'll be in charge of the day
She
shifts,
wants
too.
the Carmela life.
Couple
She
years,
don't want.
I'll own a chain of restaurants, clubs. You'll never have to work again. Look, I love you.
I love you too.
So marry me then. Or we'll have kids. And you always say you want Hector to have brothers and sisters.
Is she gonna go for it? Okay. You don't sound too enthusiastic about it. This kid is
What happened at school
lost, bro.
I get blamed for everything.
The girl was developmentally disabled. Uncle Phil said he talked to you. He's just wasting his breath. Is that what you're telling us? This trouble you're causing, I'm very disappointed because you always were a good kid.
You don't even know me.
What is that supposed to mean?
Sometimes you call me Carlo Jr.
All I know is I couldn't shut your dad up about what a good kid you were. We were friends, you know.
But buddies,
Well, you're being funny. That's good.
What happened to his
I'm sure you miss
teeth?
him. A lot.
Is he wearing braces?
Whatever he was. And now I'm gonna say some things. You're gonna look at me.
I'm not moving to fucking Maine.
You think anybody wants that? You know how much that's gonna cost? Your mother?
Whatever.
Listen to me, okay? I'm not some fucking social worker. Now, you knock this weird shit off, or I'm gonna introduce you to a plate class window.
Somebody should have told my dad to knock off the weird shit.
You go about and pity for yourself. What about your mother? What about what she's been through?
What am I supposed to do about it?
You could step up.
Look, your
It's-
dad's
it's-
gone, okay? You're the man of the house now. Start fucking acting like it.
And I know a lot of people is gonna. I know a lot of people is going to say that it's wrong to put that kind of pressure on a kid, but it's not. And this is just my personal opinion, guys. This is just my personal opinion. It's kind of like if you are a teenager. And plenty of people that I know that have been in this situation where you're a teenager. That has died. So it's just you, and maybe you have a little sister, and you gotta step up. Maybe even have to go get a job. And in this situation, he doesn't even have to do that. And I think it will teach him a lot. You get what I'm saying? I don't know how old he is. He looked like he's a teenager. So the thing about it is that you telling a child, boy, teenager, that you're the man of the house now. Your dad is not here. He's dead. You gotta figure it out. And if you need help, I'm here. So you have all these people that these male figures to kind of bounce off of. Maybe Tony's not the best example or the best role model to teach him these things, but just in the grand context of what we're talking about here, right? To have those male figures, those father figures that he can look up to and ask for advice. What should I do here? What should I do here? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do I move forward and get some advice? Because at the end of the day, I know it's a lot. I know it's a lot. Like, I'm not denying the fact that it's a lot, and it's you know, most people is gonna look at it and be like, it's too much to put on a kid. But in most circumstances, it's the best case scenario. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, it's the best case scenario because there's so many boys that are put in this situation, whether it's an absentee father, whether the dad just decided to just leave, or whether they died, or whatever the situation is, and they have to step up. You get what I'm saying? If we were talking like a 7-8 year old, you know what I'm saying, like that, it would be ridiculous. But we're talking about a teenager here, and whether he's 14, 15, 16, 17, however old he is, you get what I'm saying? However old he is, if he's like anywhere there, 14, 15, I think he's old enough to step up and kind of like be there for, you know, his mom, and do things around the house. You don't even have to get a job. Do things around the house. You know what I'm saying? Be that rock, per se. And as I said, it will teach him so that when he actually gets to an age when he becomes an adult, he'll be better off for it. That's all I'm trying to say. And maybe some people is going to look at that and be like, oh, that's that toxic masculinity stuff that we talk about. It's not toxic masculinity. As a boy, you need to learn how to be a man. And sometimes that responsibility comes earlier than the norm. You get what I'm saying? Then it should. And you have to hit it. You have to hit it.
You get me? So how much in the end, all in?
Well, after construction, the purchase of the land, closing costs, it must be close to 6.
Oh. You know what you should do? You should take a chunk of that and put it on the jets.
Oh, yes, very funny.
I'm serious, we can't get hurt.
We now.
It's a short thing. Celia, she works at the Bing. She's got a sister. Lives in San Diego. She's an osteopath. And she says that the Chargers QB has a hairline fracture in his right leg. And even Vegas doesn't know about it. I didn't say all of it. You know, just a piece of my half.
Your half?
You're rich, Tony. Use some of those bundles to cover it.
That money's for emergencies only, Carm. You know that. And my other money's tied up in asset allocation.
What is that?
Listen to me, okay? This is the gravy. Windfall cash. This is the kind of shit you play with. I'm telling you, we are golden here.
You are a gambling addict. And Carmela should not listen to you.
Listen. Forget it. I shouldn't have mentioned it. I mean it.
It's all right. It's just I thought this was my money.
You're right. You're right.
What are you doing here?
Nice to see you, too.
Well, I was watching CNN. Fucking Hezbollah.
We're running down to the boat show in Edison. Thought you might want to join.
I'd love to, but Renata's got a migraine.
That's too bad.
The rig, $3 grand. Should put us up to date.
Listen, I can't take this. Give it all to me whenever you can.
You're gonna do this every time?
Whatever you say. Sit down. Have a drink.
We should get going, probably.
Okay. But next time. For sure?
Yeah, next time, I'll call first.
This shit is so weird. Because he keeps losing.
Fucking damn it!
What? That's good, right?
No. I only bet 10.
But you won.
What did I say? Huh? What did I tell you? It's a sure thing.
You talk about this crap like it's science, Tony.
I lost a lot of fucking money.
You didn't lose.
We could have turned your bullshit into a fucking $1 million.
My bullshit? That spec house was my investment. For my future.
Here we go.
Jenny Sack had to move in with her fucking daughter, Tony.
Again with Jenny Sack, huh? John provided. She's a fucking hysteric. You ever think I might know what I'm doing? You and the furniture and the clothes and the cars, you would have spent everything I made, if I let you.
You know what? The next time you win, I'll take a cut and I'll roll the fucking dice.
You already took your cut from the bird feeder, and don't fucking deny it again. What, 40 grand in the stock market? I asked for my piece, but wait, there's nothing. And that spec house, I made the down payment. I bought the materials. I leaned on that building inspector when you had your thumb up your ass. So stop talking about your money.
Let go of me, you piece of shit!
Fact is, you're a shitty businesswoman who built a piece of shit house that's gonna cave in and kill that fucking unborn baby any day. And now
Wow.
you can't sleep.
Fuck yourself!
When I'm gone, you can live in a fucking dumpster for all I care.
Damn. Oh Lord, here we go.
And nobody dropped the soap. Spaz of fuckwits in the house.
Oh God.
Hey, you can see his pussy.
The fuck you looking at, fag?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Shit! Jesus, what's wrong with you? He stepped in it! Ah! Gross! Are you crazy?
Went to the
Dude. Vamos a Latino Day Parade. Yeah. Hey, Jesus, you got to work early.
I need to talk to you.
Oh, what's the matter?
Is he going? She's going back to her ex?
What's this?
Your clothes.
Oh, I just did laundry a couple days ago.
It's not laundry. No, Papi, stay.
What are we doing? What about the parade?
Wow.
Going with my brother.
What?
I need to give this back to you. I can't keep it.
Where's she going?
Why? I love you.
I love you too, Anthony.
So what?
I don't know. Maybe I don't.
Maybe you don't?
All I know is I just don't feel it.
Yeah, that's heartbreaking. Wow. Well, I've been there, buddy. Well, not the whole, rejected rejected proposal thing. But I've been there. I've been there, man. The heartbreak of telling a girl you like him or you love him. I've been there, brother. And they letting you know they don't feel you like that. Like you literally feel like I don't even know how to describe that kind of hurt. I don't know how to describe that kind of hurt. 'Cause that kind of hurt, it goes so deep. Let's see how they handle this, because I want to see if they're gonna go with the typical way how men handle rejection, or they're gonna go a different way. We'll see.
Against Philly.
Too good to be true.
You know what? I'm gonna put the whole 100K down on Philadelphia. If I win, Marie Spatafor gets a free ride and then some.
Yeah, good for you. Because Carlos said that kid went to the litter box and ate some cat shit.
No, he took a shit. In the shower.
Glad we got that straight.
Hell of a finish. Injuries, even tragedy, unable to stop Miami. Final score, Miami 21, Philadelphia 7.
When you get special team support like that, it makes all the difference. And also, when you see Jason...
Hey, Marie. How you holding up?
He snuck out again last night.
Like I told you, I want to help.
God bless you, Tony, because I don't know what else to do.
Well, I do. There's this camp in Idaho, and they handle kids like him.
Idaho?
You know, like tough love, you know. Saw it on TV, and honestly, I was moved to tears by some of the success stories.
It's a camp.
School camp.
Tony, they allow corporal punishment. His guidance counselor told me about those places, and they're in Utah and Idaho because state law allows them to strike the kids.
But that's just for the deterrent factor. Look, it's 18 grand, but I'm going to take care of it for you, so don't worry. There's no geographical solution to an emotional problem, Marie. Maine, wherever. Marie.
Yeah?
I know it's hard, but it's the best thing for him.
Well, he just blew 100 grand on some stupid shit.
Thank you, Tony.
Wake up, Vito. Vito, my name is Steve. I'm here to help you. You're gonna come with us now, all right? Come on.
No! Let me go!
Hey!
No,
It's all
let me
right.
go!
It's gonna be okay.
No! I'm so sorry, honey. Stop! Let me go! It'll be okay! Let me
Hey,
go!
you have to be strong. You're doing the right thing.
Who are you? Let me go back to bed!
Spatafor, really. He's gonna be fine.
I'm sorry, honey.
What? Sit down. Come on. I'm sorry. I really am. You did real good with that house. And I should know I'm in construction.
I'm glad to hear you approve.
I have been losing. Fucking losing right now. Real shitty streak.
So your solution is to risk more and make things even worse.
Well, you start chasing it. And every time you get your hands around it, you're full-footed backwards.
So this is about money, because it didn't feel like it.
Tom, I swear to you, you're not gonna be like Jeannie. I've been real good about that, and frankly, it's not gonna happen to us. And I hate that you're going around acting all the time like it will.
I worry, Tony, I do. You already got shot. Now you won't even go down and get the paper. Who is out there?
Come on.
What is it? What are the million other possibilities? The FBI waiting to take you away? Right? You eat and you play and you pretend like there's not a giant piano hanging by a rope just over the top of your head every minute of every day.
That's it, okay? I've been thinking about this. Now, I survived a fucking gunshot wound. What are the odds on that?
Terrible.
So if you think about it, big picture-wise, I'm up.
What?
Way up.
Yeah, this is I can't, bro. I really can't.
Not a fireboat. Renata. Renata. Oh, God, Renata.
The hell?
Wait. Renata. Renata.
She having a stroke or something?
Oh, wait. Renata. Renata.
911, what's the emergency?
Did she die?
Great girl.
What happened?
The best. Oh, I brought your money. Sorry for your loss.
What the hell happened to her? All right, another great episode of Tony and his gambling habits. Right? Tony is... I didn't expect them to go here with his character. I didn't think so. Now, don't get me wrong. The things that he's saying where he's just like, oh, he's got to put on a show to make him think that he's losing or whatever. An addiction is an addiction, and gambling is one of them. So for him to say that, I think he's just like, you know, there's this thing that comes with addiction to anything, right? To anything that you're addicted to, there's this certain sort of high that comes with it when you're actually winning in that particular addiction, right? So there's this certain high that comes, and it's very short-lived. Actually, it's a very short-lived high. You get what I'm saying? Whether it's drugs, whether it's gambling, whether it's porn, whatever it is, it's a very short-lived high that you get from those things. And it just goes to show you that addiction is just never good, and whatever it is, whether it's sugar, which is with me, I was addicted to sugar, and that's why I'm diabetic now. So it's more of like, and even like I had to like, it took me a while to really start taking, you know, me being diabetic like super serious. When, you know, because even when I was diagnosed with it, you know what I'm saying? You know, I can manage it, whatever. It is what it is. And I kind of took it lightly. I'm not even going front. I took it lightly, even though my mom's a diabetic. I really took it lightly. And it got really serious to the point where my blood sugar, my reading, it got to the point where I was going to the bathroom like literally every half an hour. And thank God nothing like really, like none of my internal organs was damaged because of anything that was going on to that. I was like, you know, it's whatever, it's gonna come down. But I didn't know how high it was when I was like going to the bathroom very frequently and stuff. I didn't know, you know, what was happening. Like I still wasn't taking it serious. I didn't know that it was my sugar. I thought it was, you know, it's gonna go away, whatever. I'm drinking a lot of water. I'm super thirsty all the time and all this other stuff. So I was going through all of this. Meanwhile, even still doing reactions and all of this other stuff. And it was just, it was to the point where it got really serious that, you know, I wasn't even like, my girl didn't know about it or anything like that. She just noticed that I always kept getting up, and she was like, no, you need to go to the doctor and find out what the hell is going on with you. So when there, my blood sugar was like, I think when they tested it, it was like 300 and something, which is super dangerous. What I'm talking about, like, if you have a blood sugar that, if your blood sugar is that high, right, if it's that high, you're in like a state of like you could have a stroke at any minute. Your heart you can have a heart attack at any minute. There's so many risks involved with having a blood sugar that high. So I was fortunate enough to, you know what I'm saying, to not be in, like, nothing happened. Nothing like super serious happened. Like, they checked everything, thorough examination. Checked my blood. My cholesterol was a little high and stuff like that. But for the most part, you know, everything was fine. My heart still healthy. Thank, you know what I'm saying? Thank Lord. You know what I mean? So I kind of understand. I'm not saying that being addicted to sugar is the same as being addicted to, you know, say a cocaine or porn, you know, and all these other addictions that are out there. Because you can be addicted to so many different things in this world. But there's this kind of endorphin high that you get from these things that you don't want to let them go, you know. And to see Tony in this position where he's the boss of the family and he's not setting a very good example, to be honest. And this is the thing, like, I don't think Tony's gonna go broke because of gambling habits. I don't think he's like, I think this is like just, it's like throwaway money. It's the petty cash for him that he's using to gamble. Is he worried about it? He doesn't look like he's really worried. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think that he has enough money stacked away. You know, as he said, that stuff it's only for emergencies. He's, you know what I'm saying? At least he's kind of tempering that stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that. The way how he wants to do that, the way how he wants to portray that, and the way how he wants to save that for a rainy day, whatever. Whatever he's doing, this gambling thing is obviously, and you know, he even tried to explain it himself of how he feels because of this. Carmela being worried is another thing as well. She needs to worry. She don't want to end up like Ginny, and I totally understand with, you know, having to go from this lifestyle to, you know, living with your parents or some shit like that, like, because, you know, you don't have anything, you know, stacked away. But the thing about it is this, I don't think she needs to worry, because I think Tony has some legitimate, the thing about it is this, if Tony gets arrested, they can seize a lot of that stuff. They can seize the house, they can seize everything that might have been connected somehow. You saw what went on with Johnny, you know what I'm saying, with Johnny's situation. Like, they literally had to beg them to let them keep some of the stuff. Like, they were just claiming everything because everything is connected to that income stream. So it's like, if you don't have even the legitimate business, they can seize that shit too. You get what I'm saying? So it's, the worry for Carmela is definitely legitimate. I understand why she's worried. Now, the whole situation that went down with AJ, I want to see how they handle this, if they're just gonna just let it, you know, whatever. Because AJ was finally kind of becoming his own person and becoming a man. You know, she was in some ways a very good influence on him, because he actually found something he wanted and he was actually working hard towards it. Unfortunately, I don't know what it is. I think that she got, I think she wanted the Carmela life, and I think she got jealous. I don't know what it is, but she just started acting strange from like about, I think it was like 3 or 4 episodes ago. And it caught me off guard because I'm like, why is she acting like this towards AJ? Is that she doesn't want to be involved? What is it? You know what I'm saying? We finally got the answer in this episode, but at the same time it was like, you know, you took the ring, you accepted the proposal, and now you just dump him. You know what I mean? I don't know why. Hopefully they don't just leave that there, because it just seems kind of very sudden what happened. It just seems kind of very sudden. She kind of left with literally no explanation. And I've been there before where I got left holding the bag, if you will, with literally no explanation. You know what I'm saying? She just stopped calling, or she just stopped talking to me, or whatever the situation is, and I've, you know, no reason. You know what I'm saying? They're better off for it, I guess. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's a lot of things that I look back, you know, just me being involved with women, that I look back and I've been like, you know what, man, it was me. You know what I'm saying? It was me, because I wasn't ready. I wasn't really operating in my total masculine frame. I just let, you know, women. I was a simp. You know what I'm saying? I was a simp. I was a, you know, I like to say that I was a hopeless romantic. I was a person who never understood, because I was never taught. I never had any male figures in my life that really taught me how to exist in that plane. So it was like, no matter, even if I asked, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And I have 3 brothers. You know, so that goes to show you that I have 3 brothers and a dad that was very prominent in my life, and none of them really taught me anything. Because I looked at what they did, and in some ways I tried to emulate that as well, but it just never worked. I'm not saying that my brothers are like, they're not masculine, or that's not what I'm saying. They were super masculine dudes, like way more masculine than I was. I was just the kid that was like, and I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of spoiled as a kid, because I was like the youngest. So I was kind of spoiled in some ways. Never really, my dad was always away, because he didn't work. Like, he didn't go to work and then come home. It was like he worked on cruise ships. So he's gone for like 6 months to a year at a time. So I don't really see the dude. And then by the time that he stopped doing that and retired and came home, I was in boarding school. I was in military school, right? Boarding school, same thing, right? I was in military school, living on campus, so didn't really get to know him throughout those years, my early teenage years. So, and you know, my dad is not the type of person who really talked. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't go sit down with him and been like, hey, what do you think about this, or what do you think about that? He's not that type. He wasn't that type of father. You know what I'm saying? He's the type of father. He's like, I'm the dad, you're the kid. Get out of my parents' presence. to put it in a nutshell, that's what the experience was like. So, but it's a situation that I look back at when it comes on to how I approach certain things when I was younger. It makes me better off for it today, because I do things a lot different today, understanding how to stay in your masculine frame and just be a man. You get what I'm saying? Be that overarching presence, that protector, provider, understanding what that means, right? And what you should bring to the table, right, as a man to a relationship. So understanding that and knowing what you want and helping your mate to understand what that means, what it means to be in a relationship with you, and what you are going to provide for her, and staying in your masculine frame is what I've come to learn. You know, sometimes things are better late than never. Let's just say that. So to see the relationship between him and his like falling into this, I was like, why? I would never tell, you know, I think in some ways AJ wanted what his dad has. I think that's where that feeling is coming from. He finally found something that he wants to work hard towards. You heard him say it. He said, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and this is what I'm gonna do, and this is what I'm gonna do. Unfortunately, guys, because of something called hypergamy, most of the time that situation is just not going to work out. Because of the world we live in today, where women want somebody that's they up here and they're here. That's what women want. They're gonna look for someone who's gonna provide, protect, and do all this other stuff. And from the dawn of time, right, hypergamy has been a thing. But at the same time, am I saying that two people can't come together and both of their income work to do things? It's not. I'm not saying that it won't work. I'm just saying the better way for it to work is that the man provides, woman takes care of the home. That's all I'm trying to say. I believe that it's the better way. Things work out a lot better that way, because especially when children get into the picture, it's just better that way, to have the woman at home taking care of the kids and the home, and let the man go out there and do his thing, come back home, you know what I'm saying, and be a father and do all those things that he's supposed to do as well. When you have if it's a situation where you guys don't have a choice, then you work together to make that happen. Because I've seen it happen. It happens in my family all the time, right? It happens in my family all the time. Husband and wife come together. Both of you guys, none is making that much more money than the other, but you still can stay in your masculine frame. Woman does what she needs to do at home. Both of you go to work and you figure it out. Unfortunately, a lot of times that's the exception to the rule. It's the exception does not make the rule, right? So the majority of people out there that gets married, I feel like most of the time, not feel like, that's how it is. It's just it's a fact, okay? Studies have been done on this. So I don't think that she looked at him as being in his masculine frame. You get what I'm saying? So I think in certain ways she didn't see him as a Tony. You know what I'm saying? She didn't see him as a Tony. She just saw him as this not so successful Tony. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if they're gonna go there though. I don't know if they're gonna maybe bring her back. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here, but at the same time, I really do hope that they kind of explored it a little bit more during one of the episodes towards the end, right? To kind of explain why that happened, because it just kind of abruptly ended, and it kind of took me out of what I was watching, because I was like, why is this happening? Why are they tearing AJ's heart out of his body right now? Like, why is this happening? Like, they could have possibly, from a writing perspective, used this as an example of something legit, in contrast to what Tony and at first I thought that's what they were doing when he proposed and she accepted. I thought they were kind of showing that, their kids can have somewhat of a normal life outside of what's being experienced between Tony and Carmela having that huge fight and shit. I thought that's what they were doing, but it is what it is. you know, let's see if they do. I don't know if they do. Maybe you guys know. I don't know. Don't spoil it for me. But yeah, man, for the most part, this episode with the whole situation of him borrowing money from Hesh, and then Hesh loses his, you know, his, I don't know if they were married, probably was just his girl. She died at the end. Looked like she may have had a stroke or something. I don't know. You know, that was kind of sad. And then he, you know, right then and there, he brought the rest of the money over. Because as I said, it's not like Tony doesn't have the money. You know what I mean? And even the other people that was kind of telling him, you know, who's gonna say anything if you don't pay him back. I think that is a bad principle. I like the fact that he worked that out in his head and said, you know, this is a bad example because, you know, I could be in a pinch and one of you guys lend me money. Like, would it be right because I'm the boss to not pay you back? It wouldn't be right. It's a bad precedence to set. You get what I'm saying? So I'm glad that he put that out there. So yeah, man, it was a great episode. I've been talking for 20 minutes, so I think this review is burnt. This review is burnt right now. So thank you guys so much, man. Leave a like, leave a comment, and I will catch you guys for the next one. Peace.